everybody. Happy World Down Syndrome Day 2018 from globaldsfamily.com. I'm Stacy and I'm here to talk about ASIDOWN, which is the Costa Rican Down Syndrome Association, and a little bit about Rosette, who is the president, who held a celebration at the amusement park in San Jose, Costa Rica on Saturday the 17th. And afterwards, she thankfully allowed us some time to talk about their association a little bit, some challenges that they face here in Costa Rica, and then of course some personal parent one-on-one problems and challenges we face, as parents. Rosette's daughter Jessica is 33. And when she was 2.5, Rosette got together with a couple of other families who had children with Down syndrome and decided they should start an association and support other families, because there was nothing at that time. And they have one person who answers the phone part-time. And so I asked Rosette if she were to be given a larger sum of money, what would she need and what would she do with it? And her focus really would be to hire more staff so that they could reach more people in Costa Rica. They do some traveling and they do talk to families, but a lot more is needed. If you are wanting to donate in any way, please visit their website. You will find the link below, and give what you can. So we hope you enjoyed the video, and we hope you have a great day. So did you start this association?
Okay, when we used to live in the United States, and when Jessica was like 2.5 years old, we moved to Costa Rica, back home, and that was a big decision because we wanted her to grow up with family. It was better for her to grow up surrounded with cousins and aunts and uncles and grandparents than being alone in a very good program. Okay?
Right.
Because if you are in the best program, but if you are very lonely, it doesn't work.
No.
Okay? So we decided to come back home. She started in an early intervention program, and I saw there were no organizations at that point, and I decided that I was going to get together with some families, with some parents, and we started talking. I remember that it was in the waiting room when Jessica was in speech therapy.
Okay.
And we said, why don't we start an organization? And that's how it started. We got some families together, and we started to get together, and we said, okay, what is one of the most important things is to give support to the families that had kids with Down syndrome. My background is in psychology and social work.
Okay, perfect.
So, yeah, but I never thought I was going to work in this area.
No, you didn't think you were going to apply it. Yeah.
No,
Wow.
and I think that support groups are very, very important. It makes a big difference in the life of any person that is going through a difficult time.
Absolutely. Okay, so that was when she was
Like 3 years old.
3 years. Okay, so currently, how many members do you have?
We have about 500 members, but we have a lot of followers. In Costa Rica, people use Facebook a lot. So that's how we tell the people about our activities and things. Okay. So the people that you saw today, they were not all the members. We have lots of people from all over the country, and when I say members, it's like families. Okay.
Okay. Now, do they pay a membership?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No.
Okay. So in Canada, we pay it's $50 a year. It's a smaller
Sure.
fee. But there are services that we get. So what services do you offer now to families?
Okay, what we do is mainly like orientation and support to the families. Okay, we don't give classes or early intervention programs or anything like that. We do. We are mainly focused on giving the families education and support. For example, one of the things we do is when a child is born, Costa Rica is a very small country, so when a child is born, with Down syndrome, we get a report from most of the hospitals. I say most because we would want all of the hospitals, all the materials. But sometimes it depends to the social worker if she calls us or not. So what we do is we try to get in touch with the family, or the family calls us directly. And then in Costa Rica, all the kids that are born with Down syndrome, they are sent to the Children's Hospital for their first appointment in genetics. Okay? So when they come to San Jose for the first appointment, we make a group of like the first like kids from 0 to 1.5 years, something like that, and we work together with the Children's Hospital, and we give all these families the first talk about Down syndrome. So when we talk about Down syndrome, about the myths, then we do it with the geneticist, and he talks about all the medical issues that surround. And we also give them a kit of early intervention. So it's a kit where they can learn, where they can do things with their kids. We're in touch with all these families, and if they want to continue being in touch, perfect. If not, it's their choice. After that, we also have we give orientation, and we are very oriented into inclusion. I mean, we don't like this segregated programs.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
I mean, that was part of history, but
right.
now it's not all over the world we know that inclusion is the best way to grow up for everybody, not only the kids with disabilities, but kids without disabilities.
So did the children go to regular classes, regular schools?
Yes, not all the children, because this is like a big thing, a big movement in Costa Rica now. Okay? But many schools, they accept kids. We have a law in Costa Rica that they cannot deny any child to go into a regular school. Okay? But some parents, they believe that if they go to a specialized program, the kids is going to be better, of course.
And that's not
the same thing.
True.
Of course,
right?
It's the same all over the world.
Okay.
You know. So of course you want to do the best thing for your child. One of the things that we do is work a lot with the families to convince them that they have to be in regular schools. Okay, so many kids are in regular schools, many kids are not. Mainly the little kids now, I think they're more convinced. Okay, the older kids, they already went through special education in separate schools, or in a special class in the regular school, which we believe is the worst thing you could do.
I think so too.
Because
I'm
it's
of
like
that same opinion.
Yes,
for sure.
it's the worst.
Because
if I have to choose, I think it's better to have a special education school and an inclusion school. That's the right way.
That's
the right way. You separate kids with disability, and we're in a different world, right? Mm-hmm. So, okay, thank God in Costa Rica, the little kids are not going into separate classes now. Mm-hmm. My daughter went to a regular school. She didn't go to a special school. Graduated from high school.
Yeah.
She was the second person with Down syndrome to graduate from regular high school in Costa Rica. It was a lot of work, a lot of fighting with the teachers, but it was worth the while.
Okay, and a lot of work for you, I bet.
Of course.
Homework. Like, did you do a ton of homework every day?
Everything. I mean, it's one of the things I talked today. When you have a child with Down syndrome, you have two roads to take. The easy road, where you don't do anything, and you cry about having a child with Down syndrome, and you feel miserable. Or the hard road, where you are going to fight against discrimination, and you're gonna vote. But the hard road is the best road. It's the best road. Definitely, no question about it.
Does the government of Costa Rica help you in any way?
No,
funding?
We don't have any funding from the government. We get private donations. It's very hard work.
No kidding.
Yeah.
What are the birth rates? Do you know? Like 1 out of every
800. 1 out of 800 in Costa Rica. The life expectancy is around 55, 60 also.
Okay.
So it's good, I
that
think.
is extended.
Because the health programs in Costa Rica are pretty good as compared to other Latin American countries.
Okay.
and everybody gets health care in Costa Rica. Nobody dies from not getting health care.
Okay,
And
so even if you don't pay for health insurance,
They-
everyone has access to.
because it's
healthcare.
socialized medicine.
Okay.
Like Canada.
Same
Right.
thing, yeah.
Yes,
okay.
like Canada.
Okay,
Same
great. So, do you have annual fundraisers that you do and that people
We
are
should.
aware of?
No, what
No?
we do is we have a lot of activities and we post the activities. And for example, for this activity, we said, okay, it's going to cost such and such. So we're going to see if we can have some companies to help us fund the sponsors. We ask for donations. Like, I feel that Costa Rica has changed a lot, and they really believe in people with Down syndrome. To work in the society, to go to the schools and everything. So people help a little bit more than before.
I have noticed since we got here, and then where we haven't been throughout, of course, the entire Costa Rica, but just the family culture here is
It's very strong.
So much more loving and caring.
Yes. One of the things that this association, the Down Syndrome Association, has done is that we teach a lot about myths, stereotypes. So we tell the families, you have to tell your families, tell your friends
Yes.
about all the possibilities they can do.
So now, do you do advocating for
Yes.
employment?
Yes,
Okay.
we do advocating for employment, and recently we started working with another organization. It's called Yo Puedo y Vos, which is called I Can and You, and they do some training with the company, and they do some following up to the person so they can do well,
Okay.
and then this person keeps on working. That it is our obligation to learn and to learn and to learn in order to have a world where our kids are included, where every kid is included. If she wants to know, you can interview her a couple of questions.
Absolutely.
She works in
You
she's an assistant teacher
You're an
at
assistant teacher, okay.
in an early intervention program.
Wow, and where is that, Jessica? Is it close to your home?
¿Dónde es?
Y sin Huachepelín en Escazú.
And
Close.
it's close. Okay. And how long have you worked there?
¿Hace cuántos años que trabajan? ¿Cuántos años?
9 years.
Wow, good for you.
She and her cousin are the owners.
Are you?
They are
Yes.
partners.
Okay, what is the name? What is the name? And is there a website? Do you
No, Facebook.
have Facebook?
I got Facebook.
Okay, so we need to go look that up.
Yes.
Okay, so what is it called? What is the name?
Manos-al-Arte. Can I
Yes.
try?
Yes.
Manos.
Manos.
Manos-al-Arte.
Okay, perfect. And now that's on Facebook.
Yes.
Okay.
Rosette and I could have talked for days. She is such a lovely woman. She is so hardworking and dedicated to what she does, and she really is a great role model for her daughter and for all other parents who have children with Down syndrome. We look forward to the next country. Not sure where we will be next year for World Down Syndrome Day, but again, we will send out a video and a big hello. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.